I have had the unique opportunity to travel to 13 countries around the world. I was living in Spangalm, Germany for 3 years, and before that I lived in Korea for a year. Over my travels I've made quite a few mistakes, so I'd like to inform you of a few things and steps you can take to better prepare you to travel and vacation in foreign countries. There's 3 main things that you can do are to research the sites you're going to, plan out your modes of transportation before you get there, and learn a little bit of the local language before you get there to spice up your experience. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, in the year 2000, 53 million international flights were logged that year, of the 313 million people in the United States. I think with travel research and travel planning, you're more likely to go to these locations. So first, research your location. Ask yourself, are you there for the sights, the food, or to have a good time? Chances are, if you can find a location with all 3 of those topics, it doesn't matter what you're interested in, because you can do any of those things in the location you go to. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, $1 US is equal to $1.42 Bulgarian lev. It costs about 4 Bulgarian lev for a good bottle of Russian vodka. You're going to have a better time with $1.50 than you are with the dollar. It's just simple math, and it really can narrow down the locations you want to go to based on the amount of money you'll have when you go to these locations. You can also pick up a good Frommer's Travels guide at your local library. This allows you to research multiple countries rather quickly, and it gives you a good narrative of sites that are in close proximity to each other and available for you to go. So now you're in Paris, and you want to go from the Notre Dame to the Eiffel Tower. It's about a 10-mile walk. You can't decide whether you want to take a car that you rent, take the train, or take a tour bus. You want to research the mode of transportation you're going to use before you get to those locations. In Paris, a tour bus would cost about €40, whereas the train would only cost €6. You're going to get a good local experience on the train, but the bus is going to provide that extra tour feel and allow you to rest and relax as someone rants off the facts of the area you're in. In Konya, Turkey, a 2-lane roundabout is commonly packed with 4 lanes of cars. Now, this is extremely stressful, and if you've never experienced it before, you would want to avoid that mode of transportation when you go to that country. In Venice, taxis are very popular, but they're boat taxis. This is a very unique experience, and you may want to prepare yourself for that before you get to that country. Now, you're in Paris with your wife, you've traveled on the train like a local, and you get to your hotel. The bellhop comes up to you and says, "Puis-je prendre votre sac?" You look at him in confusion and walk up to your room. Little do you know, he just asked to take your bag. It is important to learn a little of the language before you get to the countries. You can pick up a pocket guide that quickly translates your American into whatever language the country uses. It improves your experience while you're there, which is essential. You're going to have a much better time if you can speak with the locals, even if it's just a little bit. And ultimately, it improves the perception of the locals of the country you're at when you try to speak their language. They're going to be more polite to you and more helpful. Now you're out of the States at the location best fit for you, traveling with ease, and speaking the local tongue. Ultimately, these 3 steps will help relieve a lot of stress created by travel. It may even help you get out of the United States. As a famous American writer, Mark Twain, once said, "Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. And many of our people need it sorely on these accounts. Broad, wholesome, charitable views of men and things cannot be acquired by vegetating in one little corner of the earth all one's lifetime." Get out of your backyard, see some of the world, and ultimately, experiencing exotic places is best when you are exotic yourself. Thank you.